Oh my goodness. This weekend, I picked some rum picks, 2 barrels of single malt, and an Irish whiskey. I don't know what the world's coming to, but let's talk about it. All right, we are here. That intro was supposed to roll right there. I was going to do the setup, then the intro never freaking works. But here we are. Y'all give me an audio video check. We went in hot. I was going to do hot, then roll the intro. Technical difficulties. I'm going to rebuild this machine here pretty soon, but y'all let me know what's going on. We had a big weekend. Bought a lot of barrels. Not like Starlight level of barrels, but we're buying some weird things. And I have this rum out. This is the 6-year-old Venezuelan rolling fork rum, finished in Weller barrels. That is my favorite rum I've ever had in my entire life. And I think I might have picked a much different, but really good rum that may rival this one this weekend. So we can talk about that a little bit. It's a whole different experience. But we bought a rum barrel from 7-3 Distilling down in New Orleans, finished in rye whiskey barrels. That is, oh my goodness.
Yeah, he didn't invite me, so.
You didn't get invited, no. It was New Orleans. You were just going to get in trouble. Oh, by the way, Will's going to be joining us here today. Jill's a little busy.
There we go.
So Will's going to jump in here, hang out with us. We're going to try a few whiskeys. And we have the biggest blind we've done in at least a few weeks, I would say ever. But we've got 6 barrel picks we are going to blind. And 5 of them are getting dumped into the infinity barrel. I'm trying to escalate this to see if I can get that infinity barrel to a point to where we can start thieving some out. The rum, see, the thing is everybody's like moving to tequila and all these different things, and we got some talking to do about that too, because I bought my first really rare, or fairly rare, bottle of tequila that we're going to try tonight. You're going to try it. I'm going to try. I had a little sip.
Tequila.
But
oh God,
we're going to talk about that. But I think for me, finished rums may be the next thing, even though we've bought some single malts now. I've committed to a barrel. I think we've bought 2 single malts. Oh, I even bought an Irish whiskey, an American light whiskey blend barrel this weekend as well. So
this is really good though.
Dude.
This is the one I have at the house, I think.
That's probably my favorite rum ever. A really light, crisp, refreshing rum with all of that kind of Weller finish on it. Freaking beautiful. Brewzle offshoot channel win. I don't know. We probably wouldn't call it Rumzle though.
Rumzle.
That's pretty funny. I like it. What would you say is a good price for a shot of Jack Daniel's Coy Hill? I have no idea. Like, what's secondary on those? $400 last I checked. 25 divided by that. So what's that going to be? Is that $16? Is that right?
Something like that.
It's going to be more than that. You're going to probably pay $30, $40 for a shot. Tim Lewis, seen last patron video. This is for my 1%, 0.0000001% of Oak Bowery. The video coming out is the one about all the options for the building. We might have some news on that soon. I can't share too much because nothing is certain yet. But thank you, Tim, for the support. Thanks, Dave, for joining the 5-proof membership. And Isaiah jumped in here with the early super chat. Now, after this, we are going to jump into the supporter-only Discord channel for half an hour or so. So if you happen to join today, be sure to jump over in Discord. There's instructions in there to link your accounts so you can hang out over there and ask questions.
I like that a lot.
Dude, so good. So freaking good. I brought this one out because I don't think Will's ever had this. And Will's really into the double oak stuff. This is a double oak rye. And we found a few of these in Vegas on a hunt in a video that's coming up. I bought another one, so I have a backup bottle now. So we might as well give this one a shot.
Sounds pretty good.
All right, catching up with the chat here. Meat's jumping into he's been a member for 13 months.
Whoa.
EC Toasted Barrel. So that's one of the bottles. That's one of the bottles I absolutely need a bottle of their Meech. Someone sent me samples, and I don't even know who. They showed up in a box. I opened the box. Somebody threw the box away. Had no note. It was 2 samples of Elijah Craig toasted barrel proof single barrel store picks, I guess. Right, it wasn't the rye. Sorry, this is it right here. Elijah toasted SB single barrel. 122.5.
That's
27.5.
Yeah.
Dude, one of the best things I've had in a while. So I absolutely need one of those for sure. High Country. I haven't had the High Country, John.
So this is double oak?
Yeah, it's a twice barreled. So it's a double
okay.
oak, right?
Gotcha.
Put it back out here. Let folks see the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
See the tape right here? That's where the bottle cam should be focused.
Do I see the clear tape? Barely.
Barely? That's what you're supposed to barely see it. If you could really see it, then everybody else could see it, and it'd be distracting.
Will, is the bar behind you free range? If he has about 10 more pours, maybe.
I mean, it's fairly free range. If people are over, like this is for drinking. Also, wait until the color changes, and then that super chat is showing up for everybody. It takes a few minutes. It's a little bit of a talent to just pause. It sucks because it's there. You just want to read it, right?
A little bit of a talent.
But like you see the next one, you just wait on it. We got to get Will potty trained here when it comes to live streams.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
You ever had a better rye?
I haven't had too many ryes, I don't think.
You like all that oak. See, just popped up. Spencer, Will's the bar behind you, free range right there.
Let's redo that again. Yes.
I'm not sure that's terribly entertaining. I have had some of the Evernorth. I've got an actually, I think the bottle I've got's a Virtue Spirits bottle. I'm enjoying the ECA 125 tonight, better than all of the 24s to me, and they were very good pours, but this one is amazing. Wow. I haven't had the Elijah Craig A125 yet. Just monetize it on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It doesn't take talent. It takes a little try because it is a delay, and we've tried to speed it up. Like I want it to be in real time. Really difficult because for that super chat to pop up, I've got to wait till YouTube triggers a notification. That goes to if this then that reads that, pops that into a Google Sheet. That Google Sheet is refreshed every so often on this machine. This machine sees the new chat, then pops it up, then sends a message to if this then that changes the background color. It sits there for 30 seconds or however long, and then it goes away and then changes the background color back. So all of that takes a couple of minutes. What's better, JTS Brown or Old Granddad? Probably Old Granddad to me.
So you had a hand grenade down there on Bourbon Street.
I did have a hand grenade. Have you had a hand grenade?
I've never had one.
Don't do it. Do not do it. Hand grenade. So if you haven't been to Bourbon Street, one of the like signature cocktails at one of the bars down there is a hand grenade, and it is like it's a lot of Everclear, a lot of like really high proof stuff, and you can still taste the Everclear tomorrow. I only had one, and I felt it the next morning. Like that's literally the only thing I drank down there. Maybe a few beers, but then I was like, man, I wasn't hungover, but I was like, I could tell I drank something.
Too old for that, huh?
Yep. Nick says, did you make it out to Distillery Acadian? We did. We actually picked 2 single malt barrels. The first ever officially approved American single malt, because it's a brand new category. We picked the first 2 single barrels of that. Also got some chatter there about the Jack Daniel's Rickhouse collapse. You see that? One of the Rickhouses collapsed this morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fire?
Kind of crazy. And I just...
Structural?
It's just old as dirt, and it had too much weight or something rotted or God knows what happened. And the thing about it is it's got so much weight, so much mass, that if it just tilts a little, like if any little thing gives, that thing just comes down. That's crazy. Exactly. I don't know. Looking at the pictures, it looked like a lot of barrels were okay, but it didn't look like a real big rickhouse.
You would think they would have to update that or something every 10, 12, 15 years.
They don't seem to. It seems like every 4 or 5 years, somebody's rickhouse in Kentucky collapses. Max, that should be coming pretty soon. I don't have an exact date, but it should be pretty soon. We did have some beignets as well there, Seth. Carlito Crush, Charlie from Chili's here. Michter's rye is thumbs up.
I think I've had Michter's, actually.
You want to try it?
But I don't know if I've had the rye.
Have you had the 10-year rye?
No,
That's
I don't think I have.
The 10-year rye up there. We'll get that down and try that after you finish that Jack Daniels right there. Fly Eagles Fly, Super Bowl champ. The Will tried to find an Eagles jersey.
Couldn't find one.
He found a shirt with an eagle on it though.
And now I'm drinking out of the Taylor Swift cup.
That's luckily Jill's not here, so we didn't hurt her feelings. Ordered the Dark Arts Green Label. Can't wait to try it. I've got a couple of different Green Label Dark Arts over there. They're really good. I mean, I think all of them I have are finished MGP of different types, but they do a good job finishing MGP.
It's good stuff.
Yep. We'll get that Michter's down here in just a minute. That Southern Star pick, that single malt is the best single malt I've ever had. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to have to figure out, because he made a lot of that and somebody bought all the barrels, but he couldn't tell me what brand. He didn't know what they were doing with it. So we need to find out who has those single malt barrels and figure out when they bottle them so we can go get more of those for sure. Did I enjoy the game last night, Clark says? I told everybody that would listen to me over the weekend, just had a feeling the Eagles were going to get it done. I didn't think they would blow them out.
I didn't either.
Really didn't think so. Brian says, how are your bottles organized? We're supposed to be organizing these things? They're roughly organized by distiller / parent company, roughly. So like all the Brown-Forman stuff is starting over there and working its way this way, and then some Buffalo Trace stuff, but then sometimes like Buffalo Turkey right there in the middle because I had an open spot because my Van Winkle got drank. So rough organization. Then the bottom shelf is just the last bottles to come in. Smokey saying hello there.
Hey, Smokey.
All right, Will. Keep them entertained.
I couldn't sip this like every day though.
It's like the wood on it is a little dry, but it's like really heavy.
Yeah.
Like it's a really kind of like almost like burnt note to it.
It's like a 1 ounce pour type of deal.
Yeah, it's I like it, but I agree it's not something I like that's why I like the Pursuit Distillery Only Double Oak. I like the Woodford Double Oak. I like the normal Woodford Double Oak a lot because it just has that balance. Like they've really done a good job blending that heavy oak out, whereas a lot of store picks are going to be really, really heavy oak. And I like those, but I don't want to drink a lot of them.
Yeah, that's how I feel with this one.
Michelangelo's going to drink Johnny Walker Blue. I had a bottle we reviewed.
Save yourself.
We called it Irish whiskey the whole review, but I had it, but I had borrowed it. It wasn't my bottle. I keep wanting to try it again, but I mean, I did buy an Irish whiskey single barrel this weekend, so I may be a connoisseur now. I don't know. I have to go back to it. Matter of fact, that's what we're going to do. After I do this blind, I'm going to try some Irish whiskey and see if my palate has grown more accustomed to it, if I like it, or if I just found a really good barrel this weekend.
Yeah, you're going to try it. I'm not.
Because it was cognac finished, blended with American light whiskey. So, David was gifted a 1980 and 1981 Wild Turkey decanter, still sealed and mostly full. Cracking one in Nashville in May during Whiskey Weekend. Want a sample? I thank you, David, for the offer. If I was around, I would definitely take a little sample of that. I have had some of those old turkey decanters. They're pretty freaking good. Most of the time, they're going to be oxidized, though. They didn't use the best corks in the world back in the day on a lot of those decanters. Did Jill get mad when Taylor Swift got booed last night? Honestly, I don't even think she noticed. She's got a wedding. My nephew's getting married this weekend. They were very busy during the game, so I don't think she even noticed that Taylor Swift got booed. All right, Michters. Let's do some Michters. This is probably my favorite rye.
Of all time?
Right now. Now, I like the Jack Daniel's 2020 limited release. I really like the barrel proof Michter's rye. But I used to just go for the nuclear proof. So my palate is evolving. Believe it or not, I'm getting more sophisticated. Something just so good about this low proofer, with the extra oak on it. It's just so tasty.
So it's better than this, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Does it have that same kind of like?
No, this is a 10-year.
You only want one.
So it's got
pour?
the oak. No. I want to drink this bottle. This one has a softer, sweeter oak than that one. It's not as heavy and over the top. Really, really well done by Michter's. Sipping on some Ben Holiday Soft Red Wheat Bottle and Bond tonight. Just getting into bourbon and really appreciate your palate. Well, thank you, Kitchen Clock, and I appreciate the support.
Kitchen Clock.
Ben Holiday Soft Red Wheat Bottle and Bond is so freaking good. I still do prefer the Rick Houses on those, but so good. So, what do you think before I answer this?
Oh, that's 1,000 times better.
You haven't drank a lot of rye.
Yeah, but
in general, what do you think about that?
I could drink like 2 or 3 ounces of this.
Yeah, I could drink the bottle
instead of one.
DSTRB D-Medic Disturbed Medic. There you go. Got it. Is a 10-year rye heavy on this? It took a while. I'm a little slow today. It's been a long day.
The Da Vinci Code.
Is the 10-year is the 10-year rye heavy on the spice? I normally stay away from anything rye. I don't think so. Like Michter's rye in general is not very spicy. It doesn't, like, it's just super sweet. Even the rye, like, it's just a subtle hint of mint on it. Nice sweet oak.
And it kind of changes all throughout too.
Like, it's almost a bourbon. It's almost a high rye bourbon with a really, really sweet, almost like candy rye. Candy rye is probably not even a thing. I just made that up. But my God, is that like one of the best things on the market. Mm-hmm. That's one of the best bottles I can get most years. And I can usually get it most years if you go to Kentucky enough, you swing by the distillery, you probably don't have to buy this and another Michter's. But normally they sell these at the distillery. I can usually get one if I go to Kentucky like 3 or 4 times. In one of those trips, they're going to have it. It's still hard to get though. Don't kid yourself. It's expensive. That normally, if I see this bottle, you either got to buy another one with it at the distillery, and it's like $300, or this one is $250 just laying around somewhere. But like, I don't know. I think MSRP is like $180 plus. Golly. So they like it. I like it. Michter's also really likes it. Hey, Will and TJ, any thoughts, predictions about the new Eagle Rare 12? When do you think we might see it? I think a lot of those places hold the labels until they're about ready to release them. I would assume we'll see it in the next couple of months. The thing is like, how old are the barrels in an Eagle Rare? It says 10 years, but they could already be 11, 12 years. They're probably already mixing some 11, 12 year into that. So my hope is that it's not a replacement for the 10, that they don't stop the 10 just to sell a much higher priced 12. Otherwise, I'm excited about it. I feel like a missed opportunity to go to 101 proof, but still excited to have it. How consistent do you find the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof to be from bottle to bottle? Moderately consistent, but there are very subtle differences, and they're subtle but meaningful differences in them. So I think if you blind a couple of them, you can really see a lot of that. And sometimes, like the one we've got coming is like the best single barrel pick I've had so far. And we've done a few. We've got, I think, 3 of them we've done. The one that we went there and picked versus the distiller's picks, so good, so good. But half the people in the pick like the different one better. So it's just all, about what your palate's feeling on any given day. It's kind of like when I was picking this weekend. Went through, sampled straight from the barrels, had one that was my absolute favorite, but I was like, this one's pretty close. So I had them blind 3, and I picked the second one that was pretty close going back through. So palates are always a little weird.
Does Michter's do barrel picks?
Michter's does not do barrel picks as far as I know. I don't think so, unless that's something brand new. They used to not do barrel picks. They're pretty like conservative in what they're doing there. They got their lane and they're staying in it. They should. Like, give me a barrel pick of that and I would take it in a heartbeat. All right. We're gonna do an Old Soul blind here in just a minute. I have 6 Old Souls I'm going to blind. My God, that last sip was so good. I'm gonna do 6 Old Soul blinds. We're gonna pour 5 of them into the barrel, the infinity barrel, and see if we can't get this thing up enough to where we can thief some out. I feel like we're getting close, but I could be wrong. Jared says, my local store has a Coy Hill in stock. What's the most you would pay for a bottle? I'm always a little weirded out by that. A couple $100 is probably where I would be for a bottle of Coy Hill. Is it worth more than that? Yes, but I'm going to open it and drink it. And for $400, $500, I'm just going to keep waiting until I find one for a couple of $100. Cash with the super chat. Appreciate the support there, Cash.
He says his message didn't.
Whose message did?
Cash.
Oh, where's
he at? Just type it in the chat.
I mean, just type it in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to super chat again. Just type it in the chat. We'll look for it. We do have the J-Rock Blend Old Soul in here. Every Old Soul single barrel I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The best Old Soul pick that won the last blind and 5 Brewzle picks are going in this blind. So 5 Brewzle picks and the J-Rock.
Who's going to win?
Oh, I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know. Did Cash type his in there? You seen it yet?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Make sure we notice it if he pops it in there.
Do you plan on hunting New England?
Yes, sometime later this year. Don't know when. I was hoping spring, and honestly, it may have to be spring. But spring's starting to get pretty freaking booked up as well. So, all right. You tequila fans may recognize this right here. This is Fortaleza.
Does John Emerald have any more Oak Bowery? My bottles get low and it's really delicious.
Yes, but you better hurry because paperwork has been submitted. We are just waiting for approval in Texas, and those things will be shipped out and there will be no more. At least no more at John Emerald. So you need to go ahead and do it if you're going to do it because I mean, it's not going to be this week, but like any day now. I'm hoping there's approval and it gets shipped. Justin, Dark Art 7-year rye whiskey finished in maple syrup barrels with toasted Amberana oak staves was the one I got. I don't know if that's the one I would have picked. I may have that one. Honestly, that might be the one I have over there or one of the ones I have. I'm not the biggest fan of Amberana. I don't hate it as much as I used to. Still don't look forward to it. Cash replied above.
Oh, gonna say both those Jack Daniel pick options are great. There wasn't a wrong choice.
Yeah, there was definitely not a wrong choice on the Jack Daniels picks. And they're all really, really good. It's not like one's bad and one's great. That's the great thing about barrel picks is most of these distilleries won't let you pick something really awful. Every once in a while, one will, like especially a small distillery. But for the most part, they're not going to let you pick something awful. I'm just going to use this Dirty Glencairn that's had this Michter's 10. I wonder what Michter's 10 and Fortaleza taste like blended together. I'm going to find out here in just a minute. The Old Soul 10 types back there should be 10 type 1 and 2. All right. You want some of these?
Said we missed his super chat about Dark Arts.
Huh? The Justin? He was talking before I said it. It popped up while I was in the middle of a thought.
Keith Glandon.
Keith Glandon. Well, let's look back up here.
Oh, you did?
No. I did miss it. Yeah. Dang it, Keith.
He's old.
I apologize. That's my fault. I saw the Dark Arts, the Justin one, and I glanced and I thought they were the same. So I apologize. Got the Dark Arts 136.8 proof Turkey Buffalo. The Buffalo Turkeys. Single barrel from Bluegrass Barrel Pickers. Super dark juice. So is the Bluegrass... Is that Dark Arts stuff? The Bluegrass Elkwood Reserve? Is that from the same people that do Dark Arts? Because I wasn't aware of that. It's freaking fantastic. If that's the one, like I have one from them, it's out of this world good. So why am I drinking Blanco and not Añejo? Because this is the one that the liquor store had sitting there for $70. And if I had an Añejo, I would have took that one. Or both. No different than Dark Arts? I got you. Okay. So the Bluegrass Barrel Pickers or single barrel is a single barrel group, sounds like.
Oh God.
You don't like tequila?
I don't like tequila at all.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest though, I can kind of see why somebody might like that. It's like a spicy pepper water. Like there's not a lot of harshness on that. Here, you're gonna try it. Give it a little try. A little sippy poo right there. I had some bad experiences with tequila in college, so me and tequila don't get along.
All right, that's not bad. But it's not bad.
The Añejo is more like bourbon. It's pretty good. Well, if we're going to call the rum channel Brewzle, what are we calling the tequila channel when that happens? Tequila? No?
No, I don't like that.
Brewla? Still doesn't work. Brewzle?
That's not bad. It sounds like a... Never mind. It's not bad though.
You were about to say something you weren't supposed to say on camera, huh? We have not tried a lot of tequila. I just knew this was kind of sought after. I saw it sitting there. I grabbed it. I don't know anything about it. I'm not a tequila guy. It won't take me that long to finish this one because we're bringing back the mixed drink channel. I'm probably just going to make a bunch of margaritas with that one. We're going to take very expensive tequila and make some margaritas.
I don't think I've had a margarita with like high-end tequila in it before.
We're going to.
Then like an actual bartender would make that, not like you.
What are you trying to say? I'm
me.
a freaking professional. Let's make this an Añejo. What do we think?
That's crazy.
Ellsworth is Brewzle backwards.
Am I still babying your 107? Oh, the store pick? Yeah, I still have probably about a quarter of the bottle left.
Who would have thought if you mix two things together that are freaking fantastic, that they would come out freaking fantastic? Like, dude, no. Before you judge, nay. Before you judge, you must try.
It smells like ass, dude.
Well, I don't know whose ass you've been sniffing, but
I guess.
if it smells like that, you need to sniff more of it. It's pretty good.
That's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I think the tequila kind of overpowers the mixture.
Oh, well, I had more. So I was pouring that Michter's 10, and I realized I didn't have a lot left. And I was like, I put too much tequila in here. Now I don't want to pour enough bourbon to balance it out.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You're not a great bartender if you can't ratio your.
I could have,
but you
didn't.
didn't.
The bartender's not working with his own Michter's 10 here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's make sure we miss another one. If an earthquake suddenly started and you only had time to grab 2 bottles behind you, which would you save? Neither of them. I would just, an earthquake, I'm going to grab some of the unopened bottles. Here, I'll show you. I'm going to show you a bottle. Keep them entertained, Will. I'm going to show you the bottle that I would grab. Move those bottles out from in front there. I want to show them this
what
bottle.
He's about to show you, too. Oh. Well, what should I drink while he's gone?
This bottle is one I bought
back.
this weekend.
Never mind.
This is the most I've ever paid for a bottle of whiskey in my entire life. This is the most I've ever paid, by far, by multiple, for a bottle of whiskey. But I did it for a special reason, okay? Special reason. So, I'm going to tell y'all what the special reason is here in just a minute. Okay?
That's a tight fit, huh?
Yeah. Okay, look. Snaps in like that. And then you just like, spin it around like that.
Wow.
Wow. Look at it in all its glory right there. Let's get y'all that spin again. Which way does it spin?
The next time he spins it, the bottle's just going to fall out.
That'd be hilarious. I'm okay with it as long as it's on camera and it's an accident. Okay, so the reason, let me catch up with Super Chats and I'll tell you about this bottle.
Let's do it.
Have you tried Hirsch Horizon? Personally, my favorite daily drinker. Do you have any go-to daily drinkers? I have not tried Hirsch Horizon. For me, normally, if I'm just picking up something that I can just replace, it's probably going to be a Ben Holiday. So the Ben Holiday Bonded, Ben Holiday Rickhouse Proof. I've been killing these Old Dominick High Rise lately. Those are really good changes of pace from the Ben Holidays. That's usually the ones I'm going to go for. Tim Lewis says, Will needs to try Jim Beam Double Oaked. We will let him do that here in just a minute. So the reason I bought this bottle is because we are planning something very special here sometime in March. And we are going to give this bottle away. So I bought it as a gift to one of y'all, to one of the folks that support this channel, that watch the content. But we're going to make it fun, and we're going to play some games to give you a chance to win one of these. Now, it's a good idea to be a patron member. That helps. And maybe both, join the selection, our newsletter we're working on building, so you'll know when we get ready to give folks opportunities to get this right here. So there should be a link in the description to the selection. Make sure you jump on that so you'll know when we're ready. And you know, there'll be other bottles you'll have a chance to win as well, but this is going to be the grand prize right here. Hand me that bag. How was Las Vegas? Las Vegas is always fun and exhausting. Will OFC start a lawnmower? We're gonna bring back some lawnmower videos. Actually, I'm gonna do some. Will it start a lawnmower? Well, hey Clint, you might have a chance to put it on your shelf. I'm probably messing up my mic.
Let me
here.
help you.
Yeah. Here, you slide the. I'll hold the bottle.
Okay.
You slide it up. I'll take all the responsibility. Jared says he's still hunting along the West Coast. No, we've got the Washington video. That comes out
Soon.
week after this one. But I've already made it back to the house. Let's put this somewhere. I'm going to put this somewhere very safe, okay? We're going to get this away from us. Away from us.
All right, so now what should I steal?
What, should you steal? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
You should steal nothing.
Just pick a bottle. Going to Sugarlands this weekend to pick up the new Richard Petty Roaming Man. You want me to send you a bottle?
Heck, I always take more Roman Man. Roman Man's good
Richard
stuff.
Petty.
All right, you wanted a Jim Beam Double Oaked, and then you are going to blind these whiskeys for me.
All right, sounds good.
You're probably going to need a
this
fresh
before.
Glen. That one, the problem with that one is it's just low proof.
Oh, shoot.
And it just, like it's just not as strong as I think you like for most of your double oaks.
Smells pretty good, though. Pretty sweet.
Jared, we already got that one. I was just ahead. I saw the lights change. I was way ahead.
Yeah.
I just did it to you, didn't I?
Yeah. Not cool.
Make sure I didn't skip any. Willie, purple top in Philly, Seth says. All right, so you do this one, and then I'm going to step out and let you blind these in some order or another. Now, so we did not tater sticker all of our bottles. Like, we did tater sticker them, but these got sent to me before the tater stickers got there. So just know these are different Brewzle picks. We can give you the barrel numbers of we'll just pick the barrel number of the winner is what we'll do. The rest of them are going to get poured out anyway. And if one of mine wins, could be Richard's. So let's see. Richard's could win, or one of mine could win. And the losers are getting dumped in the infinity barrel. So You can see all of these right here. I would say the clear favorite is Richard's pick. I don't know. J-Rock would like to say that his blend, and I think J-Rock's is in here somewhere. I think that's J-Rock's there, but the rest of these are just single barrels. J-Rock's is a blend of 3 barrels. So that makes it a little different than the rest of these. Probably, does it make it unfair?
No.
We don't care if it's
No.
fair. I don't really care if it's fair.
I don't think so.
A Wild Crumb, if you try to hunt PA again, there's a store that's not state-owned in the Reading Terminal Market that only sells PA liquor and offers samples. That's pretty freaking awesome. I'll have to check that out.
You can scroll down on this.
Oh, did I messed it up.
Yeah, look at that.
Jeez, messed it up. All right,
that.
you pour these. I'm going to step into the other room. And you get these poured into, you got enough Glens over there?
I got 6
We
of
got
them.
the colored and one, we're going to have to order more colored Glencairns. All right, so go for it.
All right.
Any order you want. Oh, my goodness. I need to clean this barrel off. I got a bunch of empty bottles over here.
What is this?
Get this.
161 is
over
going to be
here.
green. All right, help me remember this out. 161. All right, J-Rocks, you are clear. $131, go blue. Hold on. 24, we'll go gold. Generous pours. Yeah, I'm a generous man. Gold. 53, green. See how efficient this is? Very efficient too. 53 green. And then last but not least, 206.
Man, I feel like we're so close to getting to the bottom of this barrel in here.
All right. Oh, I'm straight to business. All right, I'm ready for you.
Done?
Yeah.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. I don't know if these bottles will get us to the barrel so we can actually get some whiskey out, but not this. Not this one, right?
You didn't see anything.
Am I not supposed to see anything?
Not on my sheet.
Huh?
Not on my sheet.
Oh, no. I mean, honestly, I don't know the difference in these other than one of them's J-Rock's blend, one of them's Richard's pick, and then the rest of them are just the same thing as far as I know. Like, I don't even know what barrel's what. Also, don't really have a dog in this fight.
You got 2 dogs in the room, though.
They are,
Hey,
the
buddy.
dogs just walked in here,
buddy.
so somebody let them out. Man, a good old soul pick, so nice. Little orange, vanilla, little oak coming through. Joe says, big shout out to Distillery Acadian. First single malt for the Brewzle community. Appreciate you going there and supporting Philip. It was freaking awesome, man. We had a great time there. Professional Rinse of Champions. I don't have the Dr. Pepper Zero, just because Jill, well, they're on sale at Kroger, and she will not go to the grocery store. She just orders them and has them delivered.
So now you don't have all 23
And
flavors.
so I have some of the flavors. I have
like
21
half.
flavors.
Yeah. Well, okay.
But they were on sale, so they were out. Like, they just, no Dr. Pepper Zeros in the place.
Some leather phone cases.
Okay.
It's different.
Somebody wants a leather phone. That'd be cool. I'd take a leather phone. But, like, how many different phones are there?
That's true. I guess you just do iPhone, right? Or, Pixel, Samsung, something like that.
Oh, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough because these are both different and interesting. See, that one leans a little more cola, like dark sugars, but that one has a little more orange on it. I think I like that one just a bit better.
All right.
Oh, see the dogs on cam? We're gonna have to lift them up.
You can use your phone.
I could use my phone. They just left.
Yeah, they're gone.
Fire, Lily. Come here, Fire.
They went back up the steps.
They're like, no, thank you. Okay. This is tough because we are splitting hairs on all three of those right there. Like really splitting hairs. Man, they're just going in order so far.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I got to go back through them because these are very similar to me. This one, slight edge, very similar in the middle. If the dogs come back, we'll get them on camera. I'm missing my timing.
Just send me an email, Justin. It's will.gamble@brewzle.com.
Okay, getting a little bit better there.
Can't get enough of TJ. Thank you for all the great videos. My profile seems to be right with you. My cheap go-to is very, very cold Barton.
Very cold Barton.
Very cold Barton.
Did you watch the Kentucky Derby video? I don't know if you're making a reference to that one, the very cold Barton.
No, I said very cold.
Oh, you called it very cold.
Yeah. No,
okay.
No, cold is an inside joke, right?
It's not an inside joke if you watch that video.
Yeah.
So we went to a guy's house to play duck hunt at the end of that video. We skipped out on the Kentucky Derby, went and played duck hunt. We played duck hunt at his house the night before, and then went and played duck hunt after. And he kept his very old Barton in the freezer.
Yeah.
Kelly, at some point we'll do a barrel pick at Cedar Ridge. It's not like immediately on the list right now, but I guarantee you we'll get there at some point. Not sure if it'll happen, but this year, but maybe.
Will Will put Willet in his will?
What?
I don't know.
Robbie trying to get you to gift him Willet? You don't have a Willet.
Not yet.
He starts looking around.
There's one right here. There's a couple right there.
Dustin, conversations are being had on that. So I think we're trying to schedule when we're going to come up and do a barrel pick of Roaming Man.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got 3 clear favorites going through this time, and then I got to make sure there's no big differences going back through. Bourbon scene in Arizona sucks. That's no good. I'll be out there in a few months doing some hunting, so I'll find out. I will find out. I know there's a really good bourbon bar in like the Scottsdale area, but that's all I really know. Best alternative to the Basil BH Ben Holiday. Sweet red wheat.
He's like Basil Hayden. Sweet.
I mean, honestly, it's Weller stuff. Like, that's probably the closest. It's different, but it's probably the closest. I don't know anybody else that does a really nice sweet wheat like that kind of tastes like that Ben Holiday does. Them and Weller, like, they've got the sweetness right on that wheat. A lot of other folks are going to be more caramel forward, or they're going to be more, wheat, funky wheat, and they've just got it dialed in. I have not had anything from Casey Jones. All right, I'm trying to not drink too much of this. We're moving really fast through these, though. Trying to not overdo it. The Starlight bottles have not landed. Oregon bourbon, we bought the Steins. They're pretty good. I think we tried them last week. Week before, I don't know. We tried them in a recent stream. I think it was last week. Mmm. Yeah, that one's just a little spicier. This one's like just sweet, creamy caramel.
Sweet and creamy.
Sweet, creamy caramel.
Best $100 bottle that's relatively easy to find.
Best $100 bottle that's relatively easy to find. Wild Turkey Rare Breed. It's going to be really easy to find. Some of the Barrel Craft spirits batches, pretty freaking good. Four Roses single barrels, single barrel proofs, probably right up there as well.
That's a good one.
I need to get some of the 100 proofs. I passed on them out west, but I need to get on those for sure. It's probably gonna be something like that because most of this other stuff that's great, just impossible to find, or something's like niche craft. Thanks for all the amazing content. You keep referring a lot to Ben Holiday picks. When will there be more Sweet Wheat Rickhouse available in the bottle shop? We have more Ben Holiday single barrel picks coming. I don't think they'll be in the next drop, but there's a really good chance they may be in the one after that for us. As far as the regular release stuff, not sure, but like I said, we've got a whole bunch of single barrels coming from them.
Double barrel of Bowery, I will take 10 of them.
Double barrel Oak Bowery? Well, let's not talk too much about things like that. We'll talk about Oak Bowery here in a second. Let me get through this. We'll talk about Oak Bowery a little bit, what we're doing with our own brand. For those that have seen the Patreon video, the rest of y'all will see that video here. I guess it's Friday's video. So those are good, but I like those two better. So now I've got to get this one ranked with those. Is it okay if I change the order? You don't have these in any particular order. You know the colors, right?
Yeah, I know everything.
Okay, so I can just, these are kind of out of the way. Those are good, but those are getting dumped. And so now it's just down to these three for the championship here.
Down to 3. Red, black, and clear.
Man, that one's nice. The sweetness comes through a little more in that one, now that my palate has desensitized a bit. Not that it wasn't desensitized to all the crap we've been drinking to start this stream. So, I'm here. 2. Confirm. Yeah, that one's got the best balance. Great mouthfeel on that one. That's the order. So
1, 2, 3.
Yes, give me the green one. What is the green? What is the green one? Find the barrel or the bottle for the green.
Green is where you at?
Tequila. I like the tequila. That's pretty good, Sam.
All right, this is green.
Green is
161.
barrel dash 161. All of these were really good. This one, really good. All three of those pretty much tied. What's gold?
Gold is 24.
24, so another Brewzle pick. Oh, man, it's going to be funny if that Richards pick wins. Gonna be funny. All right, so blue.
Blue is 131.
So another Brewzle pick.
Yep.
So these three here, really good, but tied. These were the three that were the most different, the most unique expression. So red.
Red is 206. This one.
Oh, that Richards pick is solid, man. So the red one right there. And now we got to drop. So we got J-Rock and Richards pick left. So realistically, out of the single barrels, Richard has whooped our butts, okay? Richard has whipped our butts as far as single barrel old soul picks go. But could he beat the J-Rock blend? What is the clear one? That's the winner. J-Rock! Wow. Look at J-Rock go. Richard picked up. I think, y'all tell me in the chat. Because the blend won, I think we need to keep this single barrel as well. Like, this is still the champion single barrel. If that one would have lost, I'd have poured it. But because it won, I think I'm going to keep these 2 and pour these 4. That's what I think I'm going to do. We're going to talk about Oak Bowery as soon as I finish dumping these. Yes, keep it. That J-Rock's so good. I think, looks like we're going to keep the 2. So we're going to go dump these 4 right now. Let me switch over to this camera.
Let's do it.
And y'all just pardon the mess because Jill's been busy wedding planning and I've been busy going to Louisiana. All right, so we're going to show, let's see if I can switch to this camera here. Find the camera. Where it be? Uh-oh. There it is. All right, look at Will. Look at Smile. Okay, you got them?
Yeah.
Oh, you dump them. You dumped them. Go ahead.
Where are we going? To the toilet or?
Yeah.
Oh, to the barrel.
To the barrel.
Let's do it.
Got a basketball game going over there?
Yes, sir. All right.
Now, don't spill it. That's alcohol abuse.
Okay. All right, that's how you do it.
Dude, that's like a $500 thief you just threw on the ground there, but thank you.
I just dropped it on the turf. This is not a fun party?
This is not a fun party. Alabama Jones over there. Are we not having fun?
Are we not having fun here?
This is not a fun party.
Makes it go faster, did you know that?
I don't think so.
It creates a tornado effect.
Okay.
That's science.
Who's doing the research?
Me. See, look how much faster it goes.
I wish we had 2 barrels.
Look at that.
It makes it look faster.
All right, last bit.
Tornadoes are not.
Oh, snap.
Well, you're not supposed to twist it off. You're supposed to pull it up.
You just got to finger it. Bang.
Dude, we're supposed to keep this PG-13, okay?
I didn't make it any kind of way. You're the one that did that.
Did you just pour the cork down? No.
Yeah.
Okay, now hand me the thief you just put on the ground.
All right.
And let's see if we can reach oil.
I don't think we can.
No! I want some whiskey.
Nothing.
Such a disappointment.
Yeah.
Move those bottles. Move those bottles. Set them over there on the park bench.
Park bench.
Yeah. Here. Look at you.
Yeah.
I remember my first time setting down bottles. All right, so listen, hold on. We're going little. There's a lot of whiskey in there.
It's like right here.
There's a lot of whiskey in there.
No, it's right here, dude. The third strap.
Yeah, but that'll reach almost to the third. That should look.
Oh, yeah.
It hits right there. Like it reaches right
there.
to the third strap right there.
We're just there.
I'm just gonna have to get like one of those little we went to one of the distilleries we were at, had like a little thing on a chain, and they would just throw it down and so I could reach all the way to the bottom. We don't have that.
We don't have that. We're not sophisticated like that.
We're gonna have to up our game here. All righty. So close. So freaking close. Flip it. Tip it over. We're gonna wait. Let's see.
Oak Bowery.
Trey dumped the Dickel Tabasco and the Old Poo. We're not putting Dickel Tabasco in that, my friend. That's for sure. That's for sure. So Oak Bowery. You want to talk about Oak Bowery? We can talk about a couple of things that are kind of in stone, and then some things that are in the works. One, the paperwork has been submitted to get the Oak Bowery ones to Texas. Everybody that I've seen have the Oak Bowery one is in love with it. I really like it. It's good whiskey. I give it a little bit of a hard time because the blend came out a little different than my vision for the blend. Still really good whiskey. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have a pour of it right now. But those should be in a drop in the near future. Now, I don't really know till they show up, because sometimes you send them and distribution takes months. Like, we got some barrels that were mailed, to the distributor months ago, and they're still not available. So you don't really know till they show up. But we are working on a second blend that I think will be consistent. We went up to Southern Distilling in North Carolina. We're going to be working with them to try to do future blends from here on out. Now, we want something consistent that we can keep doing, that we can get into liquor stores, we can actually build a brand around.
You want to see the bottle up close?
Now we're working on changing the label for future releases. Man, that's better than I remember. And I liked it when I remembered it. We're working on, this is just a mock-up. This is, doesn't have this will all be foil and stuff, right? It's just a mock-up right now, but we're going to be changing it up a little bit here. So, and that's not Oak Bowery in it. That's just Evan Williams. So, man, that thing has really opened up since it's been sitting there with some oxygen on it. Should be coming soon. I don't know when, but we're going to, we had 60 barrels of Wheat State from that acquisition. That is at John Emerald in downtown Opelika. We used 2 of them in this blend, so we had 58 barrels left. We took those 58 barrels, we took 16 of them, blended them down into like 2 or 3 barrel blends, and then poured those into 5 53-gallon barrels, because they were in 30-gallon barrels. Poured them into 53-gallon barrels. So we've got 5 Old Dominick, 3 high rye, 3 bourbon. Basically, that was the 6th barrel in there. So 5 barrels like that. We've got those rebarreled to see how they do. We've got, I've got 5 Frey Ranch barrels sitting out front right now. We are rebarreling 10 Wheat States into those 5 Frey Ranches. We're trying to see what's the best we can do with that whiskey. It's got a little bit of a dry oakiness I want to kind of take out of it. And so what I've heard is rebarreling into a different oak, adding a little more oxygen should help with that. So we're going to, try to put 30 gallons in those 53s and let a little oxygen do its magic. So we're working on that Wednesday. Don't know when those will be ready, but we are looking to work with Southern on the next blend. I really need those Oak Bowery ones to get, I really need to get paid for those. I don't have the money to do the next blend until we get those bottles to the club and sold. So we're kind of at an impasse until these get into the market. So we're working on that. We are trying to get the distillery set up. We've been working really hard behind the scenes, and you'll see, if you haven't seen the patron only video, you'll see this coming Friday, kind of our options. Now, some new options have entered the chat here since we shot that video. And so we've got some options that are kind of new. One of them seems like it has a high likelihood of success. If that one doesn't work, we've got a couple of more that also seem like they're fairly solid options, but there's one that has really started to stand out. I'm waiting on a lot of information right now before we can announce that, before we can solidify and sign some contracts and figure some things out. So we've got some options in the works, which I'm hoping within the next month, if the option that's leading right now works out, within the next month, we'll be able to at least announce in Patreon. And if you join the supporter-only stream on Discord after this, I'll be much more open about it. I can answer any questions you have. But hopefully within a month or so, we can announce something there. If it's not option A, one of the other two options is pretty quick. The other option may take a year. If we've got to build something, if we go to option 4, that may be 2 years before we have something. And I don't want that. So we are trying really hard, but we're here in a small town, and a distillery takes a lot of space, a particular type of space, and there are not a lot of them. So, and the people who have them either enjoy them and are using them for another business, or are really, really, really proud of them. And so we're trying to figure all of that stuff out. But lots of movement going on. Once we have a space with our own license, then we can do all sorts of crazy fun things. All right, catch it up here. Just getting into bourbon again and have a similar palate to yours. Addicted to Russell's 10 mouthfeel and Clyde May's 5-year taste, okay? So Clyde May's to me is like apple juice almost. And Russell's 10, nice viscosity on that, a little more red fruit. Russell's has a nice, soft, sweet oakiness to it. What would I go from that, from Clyde May's and Russell's? I mean, turkey, like honestly, the best combination of that to me, if you like that Russell's, trying to find a Wild Turkey 12, but that's really hard to get. Back to the Four Roses single barrels. Probably the new 100 proof single barrels. Even though I haven't tried them, I bet that's going to be probably right around your alley. It's going to be, you know, not quite as like oaky as those Russell's 10s can be, but still kind of that sweet, fruit-forward whiskey. We've harped on Ben Holiday, not as oaky, but still kind of in those sweeter flavor profiles. So I think those would probably be the ones I would go to next. When will Oak Bowery be at Spillway? No ship to Mississippi. So the Oak Bowery one will not be there. This new stuff we're working on, we're going to try to get that into distribution, and obviously Mississippi is going to be the first state we try to work on. So Wild Turkey 70th, Wild Turkey 70th would be a good call there too. 8-year, I prefer the 12, but that's also much harder to get. So if you can get a 70th, that would actually be a really good option. 13th Colony Double Oak to Russell's 15 for next pour.
13th Colony.
The Double Oak's really good. Yeah. Go for that. Casey says, thanks, we'll look for both. I know I'm early. Will. Don't give me a hard time. I know I'm early. I know I'm freaking early. There was something we were going to have you try. We got the Jim Beam. Did you ever talk about the Jim Beam Double Oak?
Yeah, it was the finish was kind of like peppery almost. It was weird.
I'm not a huge fan of it either. I mean, that's just Jim Beam. The thing is I like Jim Beam whiskey.
Yeah.
But nothing with the words Jim Beam on it.
Gotcha.
Like Hardin's Creek, that's pretty good. Baker stuff, really good. Knob Creek, I like it. But anything that says Jim Beam on it, I'm just not a big fan of. And I think they just put their lower proof, lower end stuff in the Jim Beam brand. But they've got good whiskey. So Sagamore Double Oaked is the bomb. Hey, Sagamore Double Oaked is nice. Oh, that's it, Max. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. They wanted you to try the 13th Colony Hazmat Rye. So you've tried some ryes. We introduced you to the 10-year-old Michters. You tried a Double Oaked Jack Daniels rye over there. Mm-hmm. Now you get to try Hazmat Rye.
It's the Big Daddy?
How do you define Big Daddy?
I mean, like proof-wise. Like
it is, yes, proof-wise, okay. It is the Big Daddy. Desirability, like those are really, really well sought-after bottles. So keep them entertained. Let me go grab this.
Well, that's the end.
Don't be sending everybody away from the stream, man. I gotta find it.
So how good is the Hazmat? Is it pretty good or kind of good? Mid? Can we get Will to blind Coy Hill and single barrel proof Jack Daniels? Maybe. Minty.
Oh, before we get into this, I got a little something I want to talk to you about. I got a little bone to pick with Will here. And I want to do it in front of y'all, okay?
Here we go.
So here's a problem, okay? 1 year ago, really a year and 2 months, January of last year, Will wanted to be in charge of merch. He asked for it. He's like, I want to handle the merch. I want to be the merch guy. And I was like, that's probably a good place for you. We could put you in charge of the merch. What I forgot and I neglected to realize, and I just didn't even think about it, is that Will is colorblind. He can't see color.
I can see some color.
You see some color. You're like red-green colorblind?
Yeah.
Like you could tell the colors of those Glens because I asked you before we started.
Not the green and the black one.
You couldn't tell the difference in the green-black, but you can tell the difference in the red-green? How was that?
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Will's colorblind. And Will just took it upon himself to order a bunch of merch.
Yep.
And that's how we end up with peach oak Bowery shirts with brown collars. I'm assuming you just thought this was gray.
It's supposed to be sand.
It's peach. This is very peach.
It's not my fault.
It's
not my fault I was born this way.
It's your fault that you didn't run this by somebody before you ordered it.
I swear I did, but...
Will said, hey, I was thinking about ordering these shirts. And I was like...
You said okay.
Okay. Yeah. I said okay, you're thinking about ordering shirts, but like, I thought okay, we would talk about it in a meeting. And then like $1,000 worth of these shirts just show up at the house. Okay?
Hey.
So here's the thing.
See? Looks like sand. It's not just me.
We are starting over on merch.
Yep.
We are declaring merch bankruptcy. And we are starting over from scratch. So almost everything, everything, first of all, we dropped all print on demand, all gone. Like I've got a few of the print on demand shirts from Guten and I wash them 20 times and the print's just completely gone. We're not doing that anymore. I don't like that. Now we moved to a lot of printed shirts. That's one good thing Will did is he got a lot of shirts screen printed, but there were still some print on demand. Got rid of every one of those. We have taken every one of these and put it on sale for exactly what we have in it to try to get rid of it. So if you want some Brewzle merch, you can go pick it up right now and help me. If you like this, I see you people in there. If you think this is sand, go buy it. Now there's some good stuff Will did. Like honestly, you probably shouldn't put this one on sale. Did you put this one on sale?
Yeah.
Like this one's nice, man. It's got the little barrel. Let's see if we can do the zoom in.
Hold it up.
Like, it's got little Brewzle and little barrels on it.
In the back
like,
side.
that's sand. The other one's peach. Like, you did some good stuff. You probably should not put those on sale, but they're on sale now, so we're going to leave.
Is this not the same color?
No, it's not the same color, my friend. It is sand and peach. That's what it is, sand and peach. So everything pretty much is on sale right now. We are starting over with really high-end, high-quality merch. So expect a lot of really fun merch items over the next couple of months. We're going to do some fun stuff. We're pitching some crazy ideas, too, for sponsorships. I didn't get you a Glencairn. We're pitching some crazy sponsorships, and all the sponsorships we're trying to pitch right now are to just get crazy things like that OFC so we can give them away.
Are the fitted oak Bowery hats? They're large flex fit hats.
Dude, this is the nicest hat we've done. That's why I stick to them. Flex fit right there.
Hey, the Alabama
nice.
Bourbon Lottery, that wasn't me. That was my brother-in-law.
Who? What?
That chose the wrong bottle. The Weller one.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't you. You were there.
Yeah.
Was it you?
It wasn't me.
Try the Leaper's Fork Bottle and Bond Rye. I don't think I have their rye. I have some Leaper's Fork, but I do not have their rye. So I have to check it out. Brian says, checking in, loving the channel as usual. Come to Jackson, Tennessee. We'll have to get there here pretty soon. We're going to do a lot of stuff in Tennessee coming up this year. This is a Liquor Zone pick from Houston. So Liquor Zone in Houston, Texas. He literally, when we went to Houston, we hunted at his store. Somebody suggested it. We swung by there. This dude literally hopped in a car and drove like a 20-hour round trip to bring me this bottle. Literally drove all the way over here, met me in Opelika, and handed me that bottle.
Holy cow.
So freaking awesome. UFO says, Saul, you grabbed a bottle of Conviction. If I can find it. If I can't find it, I will try to find it for the next stream. I'm not sure where it's at. We tried it on a stream somewhere. Somebody asked about it.
That's better than anything I've had today.
I figured you would like that one.
Yeah, that is so good.
Figured you would like that. I will try to find the Conviction because it's down here on the bottom shelf, and there's a lot of whiskey on the bottom shelf. So I'm going to have to find it. Somebody, Seth, I see you still in there. Remind me to try the Conviction in the next live stream. Patrick says I'm also red-green colorblind. Will did fine.
See, there you go.
So like he's the one. He's also probably the one in the chat saying that's sand, not peach. So we're doing a pick with 13th Colony in a month or two. Pretty soon. Sometime like Q1, Q2. I hope they have some of these left.
Oh, yeah,
I hope we could get one of those.
You got to try some Irish whiskey before.
That's what we're going to do.
Yeah,
We're going to try some Irish whiskey. I'm hoping they have some of this left. She said they might have a couple of barrels of this left, so there won't be a lot of options. But my goodness, would I love a barrel of this, that's for sure. Bad Wolf says Leapers Fork Distillery Takeover. So we reached out to Leapers Fork. They came down to our festival, and they brought us the barrel number 69 that was just a raisin bomb that was fantastic. And I was like, if y'all have more of these barrels, I need them. And they're like, not every barrel tastes like that. We need to find some. And I think they literally reached out like Friday and said they had some barrels for us to come up and try. And so we definitely are going to do a barrel pick there whenever we can get it on the schedule. A distillery takeover sounds like fun, though. We'll have to see what we can do. Jameson, the sweet potato barrel will not happen. They have told us they will not bottle the sweet potato barrel. They don't know what to do. They don't know what label to put on it. They don't want to go through the trouble for one barrel. They are not going to do that. Now, what I would like to do is if we had our license for our stuff at Oak Bowery, could we DSP transfer that over? Could I get them just hold it, get our license, DSP transfer the sweet potato over, and then we could do something with it. But I don't know if they're going to do that either. So
this gets hotter every time you take a sip. Like
dude,
at first it was like, oh, this is like not hot at all.
What was this, 146 proof? I think that's what that says. 140. I'm going to switch it up here. I think that says 100, and y'all can zoom in. 147 proof, maybe?
I'll just look at it.
146.32. There you go. I can't read. Dank says, what do you think of 291 whiskey? That's the stuff out of Colorado, right? With all the metals on it. The bottles I have, I was not a huge fan of. I'm trying to find them. I think, 291 back there. The bottles I have, wasn't a huge fan of.
Sean, the polos, they're pretty like true to fit, but they're just stretchy athletic polos, so they stick to you a little bit.
Will is colorblind, TJ's just blind.
Yeah,
thank you, Tony. Thank you. Can you kick me out of chat if I say anything ever else about Jim Beam 00? Tim says, keep bringing it up. It's hilarious. It's not wonderful, but it's really funny.
I like the Jim Beam vanilla and stuff like that in mixed drinks, but
yeah, like the flavored stuff. But like even then,
yeah.
I might rather have a flavored Jack or a flavored Crown in a mixed drink than a flavored.
But it's really
was
not.
it you that drank all the vanilla Jim Beam I had here?
But it's
you
not
hammered that bottle.
It's not really that big of a difference, like taste wise, but price wise, it is. It's cheaper for the Jim Beam, so you might as well just go with that.
XA07, did you try that Rock Hill Farms? Yes, we opened it. I think in the last stream. I think it may be behind one of these bottles here, but we opened it recently. So Irish whiskey. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
You and me? Me and you?
As long as there's no Johnny Walker, I'm fine.
I wouldn't do that to you, man.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that to you.
My face gets flushed after I drink high proof stuff.
Okay. What do we want to do? All right, y'all help me out. I'm going to switch to this camera, show y'all what we got going on here as far as Irish whiskeys. Y'all help me pick, because I'm thinking Compass Box Hedonism is the one that I'm probably most interested in right now going back to. But here we go. I'm going to show y'all. Y'all post in the comments here. So we've got Really, I think they start like right here with these yellow spots, right? Don't say proper 12. Don't do it. Don't do it. We got yellow spot and green spot behind it, I think. I don't know, whatever these are. There's a Writer's Tears double oaked, and then yellow spot and green spot. Bushmills, we got a Redbreast PX, and I can't even see that one. Whatever, y'all can see that better than I can. Ardbeg, Benriach, Smoky 12, Compass Box, Spaniard, Hedonism, and then something behind it I can't see. And then we get into Scotch and nonsense over here. So y'all let me know which one y'all think I should have Will try. What do you think, Will? Any of those sound good to you?
I've had the Redbreast before.
Redbreast is pretty freaking good.
Just something.
Something. What'd they say?
I'm not picky.
Redbreast, Ardbeg. We're not going to Ardbeg. That's not Irish whiskey. Compass Box is a Scotch.
Wait,
Did we got all the way over the Compass Box? That is a Scotch. Dang
there's
it.
one called like Macallan or something.
Compass Box is Scotch.
I've had Macallan 20 before.
It is Scotch. Dang it. Okay, so
isn't that
Redbreast. You had Macallan?
Isn't Macallan 20 a thing though?
Yeah.
I've had that before at a wedding.
We got to the Scotch, sorry.
Oh, shoot.
All right, this is a 15-year-old Redbreast. That's what we're having right here. 15-year-old Redbreast. We'll try the PX Sherry Cash Finish as well.
I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this for later.
Oh, wrong camera. All right, we need Glencairns. We're running low on Glencairns. What'd you say for later?
The 13th Colony.
Oh, you gonna save that for the supporter-only chat there in Discord?
Yeah.
Again, if you signed up today or recently, make sure you're in Discord. We're gonna jump over there for a little while. After this, it's a little more back and forth. Y'all can jump on stage, help us out, ask questions. All right, 15-year-old Redbreast. Is yours right here?
I guess so, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, and that one.
Yeah.
We're gonna try them both.
Oh, God. Oof.
Why you, oh God, you didn't even have to try the 15 Old Souls.
No, I'm just saying smell.
All right, well, will fitted baseball hats, flex, XL, XXL, old school baseball hats help? I think they're asking for those. They want some fitted,
The Da Vinci
like
Code.
old school, like not flex fit, like old school baseball caps.
Like a dad hat. Or-
No, the old school baseball caps, like a starter cap or something. But they want them in XL, double XL.
We can see what we can do.
That smells decent to me.
Which one are you smelling though?
I'm in the
you smell
15
on the
year.
Okay. I don't think I am. Smelling the first one.
We need more trucker caps. I like that better than I used to. I still can't say I like
There's
it.
nothing there.
These are very lightly flavored.
It's like that beer that I had at Resting Pulse, the honey one.
Oh, it's just honey.
It's just, yeah.
You're on the
I
you're
don't
on the
know.
PX Sherry
Yeah.
cask, I think.
It's like just watered down honey. So this one's the 15 then.
That one's just caramel. Like that kind of single maltedness, that pot stilled single malt doesn't bother me as bad on that as it used to.
Mm. This one's better than this one though.
I don't even know which one. I think that's the 15 year. I will admit I've grown. I've evolved. I'm maturing.
It's like, dang.
And I don't hate those as bad as I used to.
That's good.
That's good. I mean, that's probably a reason I bought 2 single malt barrels, an Irish whiskey barrel, and a rum barrel this weekend. So, Ian Brady says opinions on Woodford double oaked. You take that one, Will.
My opinion on Woodford. Oh.
Double.
Yeah. That's much better than the double oaked.
You know that's available now, like as a limited
really?
release, like outside of the distillery, like in a bigger bottle. Yeah.
Dang.
So we got to be on the lookout for those for sure. Proper 12 apple. Gee. I don't know about that.
That's a good point. I am trying this low proof stuff after I just killed myself.
Oh, you did
with
get a
that,
nuclear
so.
bomb. Yeah. Had we have thought this through, we would have done better. So I apologize for not thinking it through, but we usually don't. If you're new around here and you would like somebody that thinks it through a little more, there are other wonderful YouTube channels about whiskey.
Yeah.
Thank you, Uncle Nate. Uncle Nate's starting to get to me a little bit. I'm growing. I'm getting there. Double oak sitting on shelves in California. My God, I need some of that. It's not worth $200. No. Is that what it goes for? Is that MSRP? Uncle Nate, see, you try an Irish whiskey, you say it's not bad, and Uncle Nate just raises from the dead there. No. $200 is dumb. I didn't realize that. Honestly, I didn't realize it was that price. Oh, God, that's awful. That's not good. That
180
sucks.
at Costco.
I hate that, too, because I want a bottle. And I just know it's not. I have a bottle. It's really good. But it's like 120 maybe? 120? I'd be all right. 100? Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't pay that much for anything.
Yeah.
Found it for 130.
I don't dislike these.
Well, here, have mine.
I don't.
Here.
Hey, where's your
It's right here.
Where's your hazmat over there?
I'm babying
Don't
this.
waste that. Don't waste the hazmat. Have I tried anything from Heritage Distilling? Not that I know of, but I could be wrong about that. The Courage and Conviction Cuvee Cask.
Jesus, what is that?
Oh, you asked. Now you got to try it. We're going to end the stream on that. That's what we're going to do. Will doing a Cuvee Cask.
Sounds too fancy for me. Cuvee.
Oh, we're going to give him the Cuvee and the controversial. Yeah. We're going to do that.
Okay.
This Milestone right here, this Westward Milestone, has been quite controversial in my circles because I thought it was all right. Jill really liked it. And then I let a bunch of bourbon folks try it. And most of the bourbon folks I let try it absolutely despised it. So,
The bottle's cool.
oh, it's really came in a cool box. It's got like a big, massive freaking stopper, like a steering wheel here. This one is very serious. Like it is like chocolate for days. You colorblind? Are you also nose blind? You smell blind?
I can smell really good.
Oh, somebody asked about Starlight picks. Don't know. Haven't heard anything about them. So I assume like they haven't bottled them yet. So still probably months out on those.
That's different.
Good or bad different?
I'm trying to figure that out. It's not bad.
Now try this one.
It's not bad. It's got a funky little mid-palate taste to
Dude,
it.
it's like, to me, this is apricot, chocolate, and cinnamon. And I don't know if I want all of those together in one package.
Oh, you got it.
Like, it's almost like an... If you'd have told me that's Amberana finished, I'd believe it. And it might be. I don't even freaking know. I don't read these things. But it kind of tastes like an Amberana finish almost. What do you think of that cuvee?
It's weird. I like this one better, I think.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
so this is going to be in a future drop. We took this entire barrel. This was
Okay.
our first non-rum, non-bourbon single barrel.
Yeah, they're both not bad, honestly. This one a little bit better.
This one's like just
consistent.
sweet citrus forward.
It's consistent though.
Yeah.
That one's not.
Yep. Will's getting there. See, we're bringing Will along with us. Look at there. He's found a couple of things that he likes. Now, these are American single malts. I think both of these are, aren't they?
How many bottles are going to be available of Oak Bowery to the club?
I'll have to check and see how many are left, how many people came by. It's going to be 800 to 1,000. So our guess is everybody who regularly participates in a drop will have access to one of them. Like just based on the numbers of people that typically participate in a drop, everybody will have access to one, as long as nobody buys two. And we'll limit it to one. Like there'll be no limits on them, one per, right, all the way down, because it should be 800 to 1,000 bottles. We've also got something very special that I'm hoping is available for the next drop. Very, very special. We did a whole video series, the Master Blender series, with old Dominic up in Memphis. It looks like the top two contenders from that release or from that blending exercise will be available potentially in the next drop. They're supposedly shipping now. And so I hope to have them here in a week or two, and then we can plan the drop on those. And so those are also going to be enough bottles for everybody to get one of each. We'll probably bundle those, but like for under $100, you'll be able to get both of those bottles together in the release. So don't hold me to any of that yet. Like we got to wait and see what the actual price is landed. But our hope is we can bundle those together for under $100. You can get two 750 milliliter bottles of the Master Blender series in the next drop. So Will just left. He just got up and he just walked away. How to join the patron? You should go to patreon.com/Brewzle. That's going to be your best bet for that. So if you want to be on Discord, Uncle Nate just dropped the Discord link in there. As soon as we wrap up here, which is going to be in just a minute, now that Will has rolled back in here, we're going to jump over. I'm going to take a little restroom break. I'll be over there in about 5 minutes at the supporter only. What are you signing on, hat?
Yeah, Alan. What do you want to say?
What did he say?
He already bought one. He bought a hat.
And he wants you to sign it.
He said, can you sign it?
Oh, okay. Mash Tun Moron. I will second the ask for larger XL hats. I have a huge brain full of whiskey knowledge. So we've had quite a few folks ask for it. We are going to work on bigger hats. Now, not every hat we can get is going to be available in a bigger size, but we will try to get some bigger sized hats.
Where do you want it at, Alan?
Where you want me? You want me to sign it on the front, on the bill?
Or underneath the bill?
Underneath the bill? Let me know. Ryan says, great content. Cheers from Lee County, Alabama. In the house. So we're waiting on him. Was it that Ryan?
Anywhere. Alan Van Vliet.
Alan, anywhere. Okay. Well, I'm going to sign it right now. Ooh, okay. That didn't write anything.
This one, too, if you need it.
Almost need, like, this is a dark color.
I don't have a silver one.
I don't know if this is going to work too well. Hand me that piece of paper over there. Let me make sure that I'm getting some paint out of this. That's just a dark color. I may just ruin this hat. Yeah, that's awful. That's awful. Okay, we'll get a silver one and we'll figure this out, okay? We'll get a silver one. We'll get that signed for you, okay? Make sure we do. You get a silver marker. Order one, whatever. We'll get it signed. We'll get it shipped out. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Had a great time. Thank you, Will, for driving all the way up to stream with me today because Jill couldn't make it. Should be live next Monday. Hopefully, Jill will be back for that stream. We'll see. She may be still trying to recover from all the wedding planning she's having to do. So appreciate y'all hanging out. We'll catch up with y'all later.